Yeah, I don't think it's still doing it, I'm not sure.
What's going on about?
It's not doing it, is it?
It's not sent a message in the games chat, in the comms chat saying, did I spell your name right? Where did he spell my name?
There we go. Right, we are live now, by the looks of it. Yeah, we are definitely live now. Right, we are live. So the first bit of us is us getting confused if we're live or not. That's just going to sum up the entire season, I think. Okay, let's do what we said a moment ago. Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another exciting season for CRL, but this isn't Formula 1 cars. Oh no, this is GT cars. Yes, we're live with the very, very first round of CRL's Season 1 ACC League. As always, I am joined by my good friend and former Ferrari teammate. That is, of course, the one, the only, Mr. AFL.
Good evening, everybody. We'll try this for a second time.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. Looking forward to be commentating on something different. But hopefully it's going to be the same quality with all the kind boys. Expecting some close racing here. It's not going to be about artificial racing and more natural racing tonight. No DRS. It's just going to be about skill. So looking forward to hearing what these guys have got.
I couldn't have put any better myself, my friend. Now, we have got an abundance of drivers on the grid. Now, we're normally used to commentating over just 20 people. We have got a grand total of 30 drivers on the grid this season AFL, all in a lovely variety of different cars, ranging from BMW to the Ferrari, McLaren, and this lone Audi. It's one Audi in a grid, loads of different cars. Now, I do believe, AFL, we are at the Nürburgring in Germany, a track that I believe is one of your particular favourites.
One of my favourite tracks, yeah. One of my favourites. It was a race I was looking forward to when it came to F1. There's been some great races around here. I believe the last time F1 race run here was 2020. It's been a couple of years since this track's been around. But yeah, looking forward to a good race tonight.
Apparently I'm slightly quiet, and apparently you're a bit too loud, mate. It's no different to how no different to how we normally do this. So
no.
Turn AF down a little bit then. I can't do nothing about mine, so we'll just have to roll with it. Now, AFL, just while I get up the information on all our drivers and what cars they are driving this evening, what interesting facts can you tell us about the Nürburgring?
Interesting facts about the Nürburgring. One, it's currently not on the F1 calendar, and it should be on the F1 calendar. It's one of the scenes of that infamous race, I believe it was 2007. In F1, where it absolutely bucketed it down, and Marcus Winkelhock leading the race in the Spy car. He eventually did lose the lead, but he did actually lead the race and did the safety car restart. So that was a very interesting race in 2007. Other than that, I can't really remember too many interesting facts. I know Lewis Hamilton's crashed out here a couple of times. He had a puncture here, I believe 2007 or 2008 in qualifying. But yeah, it's definitely a track rich with history. And to be fair, it's the first track I ever played on a game. I believe it was F1 1996 or 1995. And it was the demo, and they had the Nürburgring track. So this was the first ever track I went round as a child. So that's my interesting fact. Not an interesting fact about the track, but an interesting fact about me and the track.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's what we like. So Wee Scott is put in there, I don't know how to do any of what you just said. So I'll just have to talk a bit louder for you all. So, right then, we do have the full list of what the drivers are using for this league. A grand total of 45 drivers will be gracing the screen for this league at some point, AFL. The majority of the drivers, quite a lot of them by the looks of it, appear to be using a Ferrari. To be more precise, the Ferrari 296 GT3 2023 car. A lovely, beautiful car. However, we are currently on board with H. Palmer. He is using, well, you can tell it's a Mercedes, but let's find out exactly what Mercedes it is that he is using it for. Harry Palmer is using the Mercedes-AMG Evo GT3 2020 edition. Personally, I thought it was a black series, personally, but... Now, when it comes to cars, I like cars, but I don't know them in depth like I do an F1 car. But I have told quite a few of the boys this evening I am expecting some quality Top Gear moments at some point. Harry is on his first hot lap of the evening for qualifying though. Now, with ACC, it's not a grid, I believe it's a rolling start for ACC. So, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I believe they can get disqualified during the rolling start AFL, and I do believe if they get disqualified during the rolling start, they have to start from the pit lane.
I mean, starting the pit lane wouldn't be too bad, because you may miss out on any drama that happens in first corner, so maybe a pit lane start isn't too bad.
No, and it is many times we've discussed on F1 as well that we wish to see brought into the game since be done. But
100%.
We have to get used to a completely different way of talking about cars this evening, AFL. This is something we are not used to, and that is commentating over regular cars. You're going to have to bear with me as well, folks. This is the first time where I've actually had the chance to do anything camera-wise with ACC. I've not exactly had a lot of free time on my plate recently, and it was only just recently that I was double confirmed that I would be commsing tonight. You will hear my little one in the background for the next 25 minutes, and that's because his bedtime has been moved to 8:30, and no matter how many times I ask, I can't put him to bed yet. So you're going to have to put up with a toddler in the background. Just picture that he's a crowd fan person and making noise for Harry Palmer, who's got the first pole time.
Crowd fan person.
Look, the words got away from me, okay? The brain.exe just doesn't want to work recently. Anyway, as I was going to say, Harry Palmer had set a pole time, but Mr. Nathan Booth, he goes with a 1 minute 55.5. Now, is that a good time around the Nürburgring? I don't know. It's the best one so far. It was the best one so far, as Josh now goes fastest of a 155.1. Who's next? See, it's even worse. I struggle with 20 cars, AFL. I've got 30 cars to keep up with today.
Yeah, this is going to be great, man.
You know what, we'll just... Well, you know what, let's jump on board with Mr. Cameron Hill, or as we know him as Wee Cammy. He's driving the BMW. Now, what BMW it is, I could not tell you. Well, I believe it's an M2. Have you got access to the driver's sheet, AFL, so you can see who's in what?
I'm trying to find out.
If you haven't,
talking about?
I will PM you it. There you go.
Yeah, if you
so
could.
It's a list of all the drivers and what cars they are driving.
Yeah. Oh, that's a long list.
Yeah, it's a long list. It's quite a lot of drivers that are partaking in this survey, but then again, it has been highly anticipated. A lot of these boys got sick of F1 23. Good about halfway through our last F1 season, and they started to play ACC when it got put on PlayStation Plus Extra, I believe.
So yeah, Wee Cammy is in the BMW M4 GT3.
There we go.
I have actually driven a BMW, and it is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I drove it a while ago actually. It was 2016 I drove it. But yeah, it's a beautiful car, and yeah, absolutely love it. So if it's anything like how it feels when I was buying the then guys are going to have a good time driving the BMW M4 tonight. So
Well, the man that I'm on board with is the lone Audi driver. That is Mr. Scott Dodds, one of the creators of this ACC league, and one of the men we have to thank for getting this league together. He is in the Audi R8 LMS. Now, I know that's an Audi R8 LMS because it's one of my favourite Audis. So the fact that Scott is, and when I say he is the lone Audi driver this evening, I mean he is the lone Audi driver for the entire league. Nobody else has chosen an Audi.
But, I mean, it's dedicated. It is, so hopefully we'll do that for Audi.
Yeah, dedicated to Audi. Hopefully he can put on a show for Audi, and hopefully, just hopefully, maybe win this entire thing. Right. Well, it would be nice, wouldn't it? What's it called? The lone Audi driver wins the entire thing. Everybody thought the car was no good, and goes on to win the entire thing. Speaking of people in a car where I believe nobody else is driving in, I do believe that we are going to go on board with Jay Forrester, who is our lone Bentley driver, I believe, AFL. I don't believe nobody else has chosen the Bentley either. It is the Bentley Continental GT3 2018. Now, I've got a mate called Mark Jarvis who used to work at the Bentley factory here in England, and he didn't stay there very long. He was there about 6 months, and every now and then he'd FaceTime me to show me what Bentleys he was driving out of the production line. It was, say, I was a little bit jealous. Well, he's currently one of 5 drivers who has not set a time yet, but I believe that is about to change, and I think he's at cross the line, I'm not sure. Oh, he's on a hot lap, I believe, so we'll stick on board with the Bentley driver. Like I said, to anyone that is watching, like I said, it is our first time doing ACC comms. You are here in the very first round of the CRL ACC League, so you're going to have to bear with us while we get to grips on how we're going to comms this and how we're going to do this. But we are joined, as always, by our good friend, Mr. AFL. Now, what we are going to do at some point very shortly, because the drivers will have a 5-minute gap between here and the start of the race, AFL, we are going to get Scott in, have a quick chat with him before we go ahead into the race.
Yeah, perfect.
Obviously, since he's the one who's pretty much built this particular league from the ground up, I think it's only fair we get him in straight away. Right then, so, on the mini-map you can see that in my right-hand corner, that tells us which cars are on a hot lap and which cars aren't. Harry Palmer is currently on a hot lap because his indicator was blue. He's currently P13 as it stands. He's not improved, I don't believe. Yeah, I believe grey is there on an out lap or a cool down lap, and I believe blue is there on a hot lap. I think that's how it is anyway, I'm not sure. Anyone in the comments, anyone who's watching, can you let us know if that is correct or not?
Yeah, please give us some pointers, because obviously it's our first time.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, we're not expert pros like we are with F1.
Yeah.
So this is going to take a while to get used to, but hopefully you guys can bear with us tonight.
Yeah, 100%.
And guide us if we need any help, because I'm sure we're going to need some sort of guidance.
Yeah, couldn't have put that better myself. We are definitely going to need all the help we can get. Comments, tweets, messages, just any help would be appreciated. Right then. So we're going to jump on board with the other Booth brother. We're going to jump on board with Jacob Booth, who is driving the Ferrari. He is driving the Ferrari 296 GT3 2023 as well. How original. It seems to be that every Ferrari driver is driving that Ferrari, I believe. I don't think... Yeah, 296, 296. Yeah, they've all gone for the same Ferrari. just trying to think of what to say AFL because it's definitely a different experience. Let's face it.
Yeah,
Normally
the cars will go around a lot slower.
Yeah. So obviously these cars won't be as quick as an F1 car, but then again, they are designed for drift. I've driven on this game a little bit. I won't say I'm an expert or a pro because I'm far from it. I can hold my own to a degree, but I won't be racing anytime soon on this game in a league. I'll tell you that for free. But hopefully I can be a comms for it at least, and at least put on a bit of a show comms wise. Alright then, so all the drivers have now set times AFL, all 30 drivers. Now, currently as it stands, Stephen Jenkins, ooh, I like that Ferrari paint job. He's currently at the back of the grid. Then we have Cameron Hill, way at the very back. The man that I have my money on, Scott Dodds, is currently P28. E. Farrell, he's currently P27. Oh, I like that Ferrari. Ooh, that. You gotta like a good racing Ferrari. Now, before I go any further, well, there is some names on here, and I've got no idea how to pronounce. If I butcher your name, 1, I am sorry, 2, I am terrible with names. We're gonna go to P26, we're gonna go with M. Kofa in the BMW. I can see the vibes he's gone for, looks pretty sleek. K. Mitchell, he's also in the Ferrari. L. Hogben, another BMW driver. I'm getting Joker vibes from Hogben. I don't know if you're on board with him at the minute. Tell me that that does not give the Joker vibes.
Are you looking for a show?
L. Hogben, yeah. BMW
yeah,
driver.
Like
It's giving me Joker vibes.
Yeah, beautiful.
Let's jump on board with K. Brook. He is in the McLaren 720S. Lovely McLaren that. I like the car. While Wellens in the Porsche. Yeah. Black and white. Nice and simple. Son, who's also in the Porsche. Loving the red effect that he's got on there. Jacob Booth. We've been on board with him already. Longfellow in the black and yellow BMW sitting there in the background there. Pell, he's doing a bit of off-roading. That's going to be our first Top Gear clip of the evening. Jumped on board with him at the right time there. Forrester. In the lone Bentley Continental GT3. Harry Palmer, we've seen his Mercedes. He's gone for an all-black effect with a dash of pink. I think qualifying has pretty much now come to an end, AFL, and it has. So Nathan Booth is on pole, Small in second, Chano in third, Roberts in fourth. Oh no, I don't understand this game, AFL. We'll go through it all in a minute, but I'll tell you what, let's get the man in that we said that we'd have a quick chat with before we go any further. Oh, I've lost AFL as well. That didn't go well. Yeah, I thought I was inviting him to our party, but it turns out I started a different party, AFL. So that didn't go well.
There'll be a few team problems as well.
Yeah, there will be. As we are now joined for the first time in the ACC com box by the creator of the ACC League, it's Mr. Scott Dodds.
The creator, that is a very, very onerous title, it must be said. That I've just done a little bit of the back work for it, mate. How are you doing tonight, lads?
Yeah, well, it's different. It's definitely different. We're trying to work out how everything works and hoping and praying. But enough of us. How's it feeling out there with 30 drivers on the grid?
It's a bit chaotic, I must admit. We knew 30 was a definitely achievable maximum. We thought there's maybe a chance we can get more, but we weren't too sure of the coding of the game. I'm quite happy we went with 30 because I disappeared just at the start of quality just to check something there, and I came back and it was hard to find a little bit of a space. But I think for the most part everybody showed good respect, and it could be chaotic into turn one. We'll wait and see, mate.
Well, you're currently you've qualified P25, mate. So you're at the back.
Yeah, I must admit I've not had the best time of practice for this race tonight, and I was 9 tenths up, 8 tenths up going into the chicane on the final run there. Messed it up and lost 6 tenths, so there's definitely more time in the tank, but there's no point being a quality merchant in touring cars or GT cars. It's all about the race here.
Well, it is going to be a long season. It's going to be an interesting season. Now, just for mine and AFL's sake, and obviously the people back home, Scott, for those that are tuning in that are used to seeing F1 here at CRL, how does one exactly win a ACC race?
The major thing here is about keeping out of the danger. It's not like F1 where you have a bad crash, you immediately retire. You have a bad crash, you could be 3 minutes in the pits, but that's enough to find you a lap or two down. It's all really about consistency more than just pure speed. Yes, there will be some guys that are a bit quicker, they will obviously float towards the front, but a guy like myself qualifying P25, if I have a good clean race here, I could potentially, if people have a few mistakes, a few spins, punch up into the top 10. It is consistency is key, and then another thing, the strategy. Of course, unlike F1, there's a whole lot of refueling that goes on. I'm currently just sitting doing my maths here, trying to work out how much fuel I use per lap, many laps am I going to do, plus the formation lap, plus maybe a lap extra. So there is a lot of thinking in the background, and also the setups. Now we all know how F1 setups, we've talked about that as commentators enough, Rob, how finicky and how crucial that can be. The setups are insanely more detailed than this. So I've kind of gave you a non-answer there by just naming everything on the planet, but there's so much that goes into these races that you just can't predict them.
No, that's fair enough. Now, obviously, Mr. Head Admin himself, Nathan Booth, does sit on pole position. Now, like you were just saying there, pole can mean many things, but does it give a massive advantage in ACC, or is it just that he's literally at the front of the pack and for all we know?
It does in a sense. It gives him that clear run down into turn one. I suppose he's not got anything to catch his eye, anything to get in his way, but on the other hand he has got 29 cars barreling down behind him, and he's also going to be another great reference point for all the other drivers behind him. There is sometimes a lot of cars can actually run better with can run better with a car in front of them, because it's an extra reference point for where do you brake, where are we going to turn in for this corner, and you can actually run faster. A driver can run above their pace. Another thing as well, the slipstream is massive down here, so if he can hold it through the first part of the lap, these back straights, we could maybe see some moves. Of course, that varies on the cars. Each car's got its own slightly unique attributes. Some are slightly faster on the straight, some are slightly better on turning, some are slightly better on exit. There is a balance of power in play, but that still comes into effect ever so slightly. So yeah, it's a benefit of course, but it's not a guarantee.
Well, you are the lone Audi driver on the grid and in the league, Scott, so you're the lone man to represent Audi, and as an Audi enthusiast, you've got to bring the W home for Audi this evening if possible.
I'll be trying my best, repping the colours of Ironborough Audi, of course. Yeah, we're just going to score some points. Port's down to 25, of course, so plenty of opportunities, not for myself, but for everybody here, of course. It's a very quick grid, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to love you and leave you, lads. 1 minute 25 on the clock for us. Quick drink and a quick pit stop for me, and then we'll see how the race goes. But best of luck, lads. We'll catch you maybe towards the end.
Fantastic, Scott. Thanks for that. AFL, has that helped out you as well a little bit there with how this game operates? A man of few words there from AFL.
Oh no, sorry, I had just popped out. What happened?
I was saying, has that cleared up some things for you on how ACC works?
From what I did hear, yes, it does. Obviously, it's very, very much more complicated than GF1.
That's one thing
But
for
I
definite.
think that's just highlights the quality of these drivers. They can just switch from one thing to the next. So,
Well,
yeah, looking forward to it.
I'm not afraid to say that they are definitely braver than me. I why are we on board with Mitchell? I wanted to be on board with there we go, with Mr. Nathan, as he is the lead driver. We are 6 seconds away from the very first start of the ACC League here in CRL. Remember, drivers, you are under orders to make sure you are streaming your race as we get underway for the formation lap AFL here at the Nürburgring.
Perfect. Who you want to do?
So I'm just going to jump on board with Nathan. We'll jump on board in his cockpit as all the drivers, one by one, slowly get ready to warm their tyres.
Question for you.
Go for it.
When I'm spectating, it doesn't go to the next car along, it just randomizes it goes. Is there a way of changing it?
I don't know, if I'm honest. That is definitely a question for Scott, maybe after the race. But I personally, mate, I couldn't tell you. I genuinely don't know. Anyone that does know, if you are watching, why don't you drop a comment and let us know. We are on board with Nathan, so yeah, I've noticed this as well, that what's it called, so I think the easiest way of doing it, but unfortunately I can't select it at the moment because it's highlighted out AFL, is if you go to return to garage and select the driver you want to jump on board with. That is going to be the easiest way to do things, but at the moment
it's fine. So again, as we said, teething issues. And there's gonna be a few of them tonight. But hopefully, the more we do this, the more we gain experience, and then we can make really.
So we do have one driver in the pits, who I believe is validated. That is driver number 23. Are you able to find out which driver that is for me on that sheet I sent you, mate?
Driver 23.
So car number 23.
So ML.
It's not
ML.
No, that's it's car number 23 is what we're looking for, I believe.
Yeah, car number 23 is ML. So that's according to the sheet that you're doing.
No, car number 23, I believe, is Farrow in the Ferrari 296. So
it's been a long day for me.
I know the feeling, buddy. I know the feeling. Oh, I know that feeling, mate.
Yeah, I was looking at the driver number instead of the car number.
Yeah, it's all good. Look, we've had teething and learning issues, let's face it. Now, the boys are in rolling formation, I believe. I believe it's a roll. I don't know if it's a starting grid or if it's green light. It is green light AFL, and we are underway with the first CRL ACC League. I tell you what, East Small making light work of Nathan, and
Nathan having that inside line and retaking the lead.
He has retaken the lead. Beautifully done there from Mr. Head Admin himself.
These two going side by side, which is very good to see.
Well, fortunately, Nathan's in first, but there's definitely a car in front of him.
Yeah.
So
Wall is now in P1.
But according to this on my thing, Nathan's P1. But he's not.
Yeah.
He's visibly in P2. Maybe we should stick to the F1 AFL.
I don't think it's down to us.
I think it's just the server being... According to this, Nathan's all the way down in 20th now, but... oh, no, he's 8th now. But he's definitely second on the grid.
Yeah, timetable seems a bit...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that personally, so... You know what I think we should do? Let's just go and find people that are battling and commentate on that.
Fair enough.
I'll be back in 2 seconds on AFL, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Brian Carlin did with Jacob Booth. He makes a nice move down the inside. There, on the corner. Probably won't be able to see, but I'll just put look at it. Let's go from down the main straight. Nice move, nice and clean done. Now we can focus on getting the car in front. His namesake, Nathan Booth, still in P2. Hopefully, work out how he can get back in front of the car in front of him. It'll be interesting to see, obviously, as what been mentioned to us, that strategy very, very key. Fuel loads, it's going to be very important. So yeah, it's going to be a battle for the end. So we'll see who is going to prevail. But again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So just because somebody may be at the back of the grid, that could be down to maybe fuel load strategy, and they may come good further along the roads. So hopefully we get to see some action from some of the other drivers. With Jay Garrett as well, in this final corner. There's a great exit there. With their Vandra in front of him. He is in the slipstream, really make a move for it. I think makes a move down there, trying to climb out a beautiful move there. With Jay Garrett in the Ferrari. P6. Jenkins. He's up to P22 now. Bit of attacks up there. Nice to keep it within track limits there. So far it's been a really clean get away from everybody. I haven't really seen many issues, many incidents. Obviously this is going to be a bit more different to real life F1 because the amount of damage you may receive from a collision might not be able to be fixed in the pit lane, so you've got to be very careful and calculated with what you're going to make. because you may damage your own car as well as damaging your opponent's car. So sometimes it's better to make a bit of. We also have a nice little gap to everything behind. So that beautiful McLaren. He's driving really up the over.
AFL, I might need you to be promoted to lead comms, mate. So I'm going to have to end the stream on my end, and I'm going to need you to restart it on your end. You've got the details logged in?
I do. This isn't going to be good comms, man. I'm sorry. We're getting used to the game.
I know, it's, Little Un is unfortunately screaming the house down like a banshee, mate, and unfortunately, I can't, I've got to prioritise Harry. I'll stay in party, so if need be I'll come back as co-coms, but...
Had a massive incident now. Blue cars have gone off at the penultimate corner, just with the last chicane.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, mate, let me know what we needed to do if you've logged out.
Are you... Right, are you ready to log in on the YouTube channel, yeah?
Hold on, I might have to log out for a while. So. You want to stop the stream?
Yeah, you have to stop the stream now, mate.
How do you log back in again? Is it users and accounts?
Yeah, link services.
No, that's the link to the program.